assistant coach Nazri Nasser, followed by Myanmar's head coach Myo Hleng Win.
Coach Nazri, thanks for joining us as you guys about to take on the under-23 side from Myanmar. First up, there's been a lot of talk about the implications that this game might have on Asian Games and whatnot, but does the squad feel any pressure?
No, I think we make very clear to the players. I think Coach Fandi has mentioned to them, basically this game is, is we don't want to think about whether it's an Asian Games kind of thing, We take it like a game for us to play. It's just one of the international games for the under-23 side. I think this game, basically what we are looking at is more for the players to get more exposure. I think that's where we a bit like of giving them international game. So having this game basically will help the boys, the players, to have more exposures playing with Myanmar team, and I think that's what we are looking at. And on top of that, I think most of the boys, you can see some of the boys from the club, basically they just playing the S-League and not much in the international game. So this is a good start for the Singapore team to have this kind of friendly game.
All right, Coach Myo, thanks for joining us as the Myanmar under-23 team about to take on Singapore under-23. First up, what does your team want to get out of this trip to Singapore? What are the goals that you have for your team?
So first of all, our player is all the young player. Last year he will play for under-90 player. So we are coming for the next future for the U23. In Myanmar and friendly match or the game, so we prepare for here coming to here to play. Yeah.
So you just heard from Nazri Nasser there, the Singapore assistant coach, and the Myanmar head coach Myo Hleng Win. Now the match between these two sides are part of the Singapore team's efforts to get themselves to the Asian Games in August, which is being held in Jakarta and Palembang. The initial application from the Football Association of Singapore was unfortunately rejected by the SNOC, but it is an opportunity for them here to feature in consecutive Asian Games after featuring in the 2014 Asian Games in South Korea. Couldn't get out of that group that time. They finished in third place behind Palestine and Tajikistan. But the Singapore under-23 side, however, still retaining hope of perhaps going to the Asian Games. They put an appeal together, and the team will be looking to support that appeal by impressing the SNOC and the fans here at the stadium with a good result against Myanmar tonight. For Myanmar, they present a tough challenge for the Singaporeans, while Myanmar are ranked 27 in the region. Despite the fact that they did not compete in the last Asian Games in 2014, the FAS believes that the current Myanmar squad is one of the best in the region. Myanmar qualified for the 2015 FIFA Under-20 World Cup in New Zealand after reaching the semi-finals of the 2014 AFC Under-19 Championship along with North Korea, Qatar and Uzbekistan. But of course, as Coach Myo mentioned earlier, the composition of the squads at under-23 and youth level are always evolving. The likes of Ong Tu, Mong Mong Luen, who's been tearing it up for Yangon United in the AFC Cup this season, and Tan Peng have graduated to the senior setup. And it's an opportunity for these players that will be coming out here tonight onto this Bishan Stadium pitch to step up and move up into the senior squad. Here come the two teams then for the Singapore under-23 side. This is just their second match this year. Their first outing as a squad. Ended up in a 3-0 loss to Indonesia earlier in March. So another opportunity here for them to get some international exposure. So we two teams line up for the national anthems.
Please rise for the national anthem of Myanmar. Singapore. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Kickoff between the two. Let's give it up for your teams, Myanmar and Singapore.
Always goosebumps there. Both sides singing out their anthems loudly and proudly. All that pre-match stuff is over now, and both teams will be excited to kick things off very shortly indeed. That's your referee for today, Ahmad Akasha, and he'll be assisted by Lim Kok Heng, Abdul Hanan, and Nathan Chan. There's your Singapore side lining up for the pre-match photos, and perhaps the surprising bit of news here is that Iksan Fandi is missing out with an ankle injury, but this is your starting lineup here. Zafan in goal, and right in front of him will be Hafiz and Irfan in those central defensive positions. Sharul Sazali starts at left back for them. 12 appearances for the Young Lions this season. He's already picked up 2 assists. Darren Tay from Geylang International starts at right back. In central midfield, you've got Amirul Atli, Joshua Pereira in those 2 central positions. Long pass out to Darren then. Cut out once again. A chance for Myanmar here to break through that press. Irfan doing excellently to read that pass, coming across to cut it out. So Singapore trying to develop most of their attacks down this right-hand side in the opening stages. Looking for the pace of Mohaimin. See quite clearly what they're trying to do in that wider position as Mohaimin tucks in. Darren, the right back, is expected to push up and provide that width down that right-hand side. Falls to Akbar now with space to run into. Just crowded out by a couple of Myanmar defenders. Comes out to Sonnang. Darren strong in the challenge there. Crunching tackle coming in from Chan Aung, the left back. It's good solid work by Darren down that right-hand side. Feeling the effects of that challenge just a little bit. Sonnang gets a talking to by Akasha. So chance for Singapore to get their big centre backs further forward. Hafiz and Irfan are in there, trying to make a nuisance of themselves aerially. Just on the halfway line, Singapore perhaps taking a little bit of a risk. Just Amirul Adli going one as goalkeeper. Managed to get it past Joshua here. Myanmar with a chance to run at the Singapore defense. Sonnang on the ball now. Into Mo Ong. Pass gets cut out. Really good pace to this game. Joshua Pereira now cuts out the pass in midfield. And he sets Zulfami free. Not afraid to run in this defender. Zulfami gets support from Joshua Pereira. Clever ball all the way back to Irfan. Just decides to recycle possession. Be patient with the build-up here. Gets it out wide to Darren. He's got space now, Mohaimin. Well, Mio Chio defends that one excellently. It's great to see the Myanmar fans out here cheering their side on. He does well there. Goes back to Joshua. Akbar looking to pin himself against the defender. Move breaks down. Can't get support quick enough. That is good pressure applied by Akbar there. The centre forward tracking back, not shirking his defensive responsibilities. But Mo Ong skips past a challenge. For that pass just on the inside of Sharul, looking to play in the number 19 Yint Ong. It's back with Wunaso now. Myanmar down their right-hand side. Kongkant. Oh, that's a lovely little pass. Myanmar with an opportunity here. Danger averted. Mohaimin drops back to help out defensively. Now Akbar is a little bit isolated at the moment. He's got to hold it up, wait for support to arrive. And it does, in the form of Zulfatmi. He's had to play in a wing-back role for Tampines Rovers this season, Zulfatmi. He's made 10 appearances, he's got himself a goal and an assist. A bit of a learning curve for some of these Singaporean youngsters. About the Singapore Premier League age quota rules, is an opportunity for under-23 players to really make their mark in Singapore's professional league. Strong challenge by Chan Aung there. Left back going into the back of Mohaimin. Hami who steps up to take this. Can he deliver quality into the box? Got the players in there to attack it. Almost fell to Joshua there, but has to get better delivery on that set piece, Hami Shaheen. Really talented player. Got a call up to the Singapore national side last year for a couple of international friendly matches. Very highly rated young player. 11 appearances for the Young Lions this season. He's already got 3 assists for them. Falls to Joshua Pereira. It's patient build up from Singapore once again. Played into Mohaimin. Gets snuffed out there. There is actually space down on Singapore's left-hand side. There's a situation where they are overloading the Myanmar right back. You've got Sharul getting forward in support of Zulfatmi. Haven't quite looked to exploit that yet, Singapore. Wonaso. Back to his captain, Kongkant. Myocho. Chan Aung now in space. Strong challenges flying in once again in midfield. Falls to Piowai. Mo Aung. Intelligent pass out to space. Mo Aung gets it back. Beautiful surface here at the Bishan Stadium. Perfect for passing football. And of course, commentator's curse strikes just there. Had a little bit of rain earlier today, so a little bit of moisture on this pitch. Nice slick surface. And only in Singapore you get that. A cement truck reversing behind the stadium. Myocho. Chan Aung. Lovely bit of skill by Hami Shaheen there, but that is an excellent recovery challenge by Chan Aung. You can see why Hami Shaheen is so highly rated. This gives you something different, doesn't he? Not afraid to try and get on the ball, try and turn his defender. perhaps a bit fortunate to earn aside that free kick there. But he's been brave to receive the ball in tight spaces, gets his reward. Not really got too many options to hit in the box at this moment. Darren is waiting for support to arrive and he gets it. Hafiz is getting himself forward. Falls to the Myanmar captain, Kongkant. Winding Tun just getting caught offside there. Mistiming his run. Good line held by the Singapore defence. Goes out to Hafiz. An overlapping run down that left-hand side by Sharul. Choose not to use it. The ball goes out to the left-hand side now. Beautiful big diagonal into Sharul. First caution of the match here for Zulfatmi. Referee perhaps feeling he went in a little bit too hard in that challenge. Had to bring out that yellow card. Will feel a little bit hard done by there, Zulfatmi. They worked that one well, Myanmar. Breaking into space in central midfield. Goes out to Myo Ong once again. Really pulling the strings from Myanmar in central midfield here. Back to Mo Aung. Decides to cleverly step away from that pressure there. Myanmar build it once again. Kongkant. Swings a delightful ball into the back post. Good defending by Darren there. Tracking the run of his man, Son Nang. Good patient build up by Myanmar. I think their first real opportunity. Their first corner of the game. Myo Aung with the delivery there. Cleared away by Irfan. Managed to get to the second ball, but Myanmar pick it up. Chan Aung strong, not strong enough. Akbar looking to release Zulfatmi. Cleaned up by Wunaso. After that good quick start from Singapore, it's Myanmar now growing into the game. Slowly starting to string some passes together, getting the rhythm. Seeing them pull together some wonderful attacking moves. On their right-hand side now, Mohaimin does well. Back to Amirul. It's a wonderful long diagonal ball played in behind by Hafiz into Darren. He's given himself some room there. Just snatches at his shot, Darren. Acres of space in that situation. He did incredibly well to take the ball down. Beat his defender Chan Aung. Just snatching at it at a crucial moment. Myanmar moving it quickly out into this right-hand side. Oh, lovely bit of skill there by Yin Taung. Getting past his marker, Sharul. Fatmi doing well to on his side, a free kick. Just eases that pressure. Really good intensity and tempo to this match. Desire from both teams. All the enthusiasm and the exuberance of youth on display here. Bit of a loose touch in central midfield by Amirul, but he manages to recover and gets it back. In front, looking for the longer pass once again. Akbar looking to provide that option. Quick throw into Akbar there. Didn't really have options in the box. You could see the runs arriving late from Hami Shaheen and from Zulfatmi, but it needed to be made a little bit earlier. Be a bit more aggressive, Singapore, when they do have opportunities on those quick transitions. We see a better delivery here. Set pieces have been slightly disappointing from the Singaporean side. It's Sharul that will step up to take the corner here. A little bit of pushing and shoving going on there on the goal line. As you can see, Mohaimin just standing in front of the Myanmar goalkeeper. He's got a defender in front of him as well. Number 4, Zolin. Arms up. Eventually his arm goes around his neck. It's a decent delivery from Sharul to the back post there. Much better delivery from the set piece on this occasion. Hafiz at the back post, couldn't quite hit it across the face of goal, which is ideally what he would have wanted to do. Having a decent season with Warriors FC. Hafiz Sulaiman has made 8 appearances in the Singapore Premier League. Opportunities are there for these younger players to step up and show what they can do, and so far it looks like quite a few of them are taking it. There'll always be a slight adjustment period from playing youth football or Prime League football and stepping up into the professional league. Good work by Mohaimin there, showing good strength to hold off this defender, Chan Aung. Singapore with a free kick in a dangerous situation once again. Myanmar goalkeeper Nini Ong has been largely untroubled so far in this first half. Comes across to adjust this wall a little bit, but Sharul steps up once again. Got Irfan waiting at the back post here. Hafiz looking to make a run there as well. It's a different set piece routine. It's a lovely strike at goal there from Hami, just leaning back slightly as he hit that one. Clever set piece routine by Singapore there. Change of tact, not looking to just whip it into the box. Just saw Myanmar head coach there in that yellow t-shirt, Myo Hleng Win. Been involved in the Myanmar youth national setup for a few years now. So the ball just gets played into Mohaimin. It's a bit too much on it. Wry smile there, just appreciates the effort from his teammates. Not quite coming off for him just yet. So Fatmi picks it up. Sharul looking for the strength of Akbar there. He's done well to not commit a foul. Ball falls to Joshua Pereira in central midfield. Strong challenge from Joshua Pereira there, but he wins the ball back cleanly. Foul there from Joshua Pereira. He took a bit of a knock to the back of the head as Chan Aung fell on top of him. Starting to slowly get into the game, Joshua Pereira. 12 appearances for the Young Lions this season. He's one that has spoken about having to adjust to the pace of playing professional football. Yeah, he's on the ball once again. Clever pass out to Zulfatmi. Not afraid to run his defenders. He's forced to pull it back though. Myanmar defensively recovering their position so well. Joshua now drives through midfield. Gets it back from Hami. Out to Darren, who's got space to whip it into the box. It's back to Amirul now. Mohaimin looking to get in behind the Myanmar defender there. Took a stray arm to the face perhaps, Mohaimin. He's putting himself about. Sportingly kicked out of play by Nyini Ong. That Mohaimin can get some treatment. I don't think there was too much wrong with that challenge there. It's an unfortunate situation where if you're shielding the ball, your arms tend to go up to protect it. Encouraging signs from Joshua Pereira though, slowly starting to get into the rhythm of the game, getting more involved, putting himself about, winning some challenges in central midfield and driving the team forward. And you look at the two of them there with Amirul and Joshua in central midfield, you expect Joshua to be the one. Pick up the ball, drive the team forward. Amirul will perform more of a shielding role for this side. Hami Shaheen just in front of those two. 50-50, and Zulfami's got to be stronger there. Comes out to this right-hand side. Looking for Yint Ong. Doesn't find him. It drops to the number 10, Ning Tun, but he's crowded out. Can't get it clear, Singapore here. They could be in trouble. Yint Ong. Out-muscled by Amirul Adli there. So Lin defending that well once again. Akbar trying his best to be that outlet for Singapore. But they are deep in their own half under pressure. Looking to use his physicality to hold on to the ball. It's a tough life sometimes as that lone frontman, especially if you don't get support. Amirul in space now. Breaks to Akbar. Plays it back to Joshua. Frustratingly for Coaching staff on the bench there, the offside flag just going up, and Fundy's been a very busy man. In charge of the under-23 side, in charge of the Young Lions in the Premier League, and of course the head coach of the Singapore national team as well. Both him and Fundy and Nazri have spoken about trying to ease the pressure of these boys. Just looking at this match as an opportunity to gain some international exposure. Stolen well by Amirul there. It's Akbar with a chance at goal. Abs didn't quite catch it as cleanly as he would have liked. First real opportunity for Akbar there. Won well in midfield by Amirul Adli. Sticking it off the toes of POI. Joshua strong once again. Irfan brings it forward. Loose touch from Muhaimin. Mo Aung now. Out to Son Neng. Irfan just forced into a clearance there. He was under pressure from the number 10, Ning Tun. Comes out to Son Neng now. Chance to run at Darren. Flicked it out for a corner to Myanmar. So Mo Aung put in a decent delivery early on as the Myanmar head coach Myo Hleng Win steps out of his technical area there to pass on some instructions. Mo Aung with space to have a shot at goal. Collected comfortably by Zarfan. Irfan now trying to up the tempo, increases the speed of the game. Good direct pass into Hami Shaheen. That is well defended once again by Zolin. He's been impressive for Myanmar at the back there. He's had to come across and cover for his fullbacks on a few occasions now, and he's done incredibly well. Tae Zolin, number 4, one of those players that Myo Hleng Win told me to keep a lookout for. He's got a big future ahead of him. Here he has won the ball once again. Mochio. Zolin now. Myanmar just slowing it down, a bit of keep ball at the moment. Son Ning. Chan Aung. Lovely little back heel there into Son Ning. Cuts inside, plays a nice little reverse pass that goes back out to Chan Aung. Got 3 players in the box here, Myanmar. Decent headed attempt at goal there from Win Neng Tun. Couldn't quite get up and over the ball though to power it past Zarfan. Eventually an attack that gets snuffed out. When Neng Tun, the number 10 for Myanmar, 8 appearances and 1 goal for Yadanabon this season in the Myanmar National League. Loose pass from Joshua there. It's picked up by Yin Taung. Lovely little turn away from pressure by Mo Aung there, and he skips past the challenge of Armurul Adli. Good little play in the center of the park, Mo Aung. Showing wonderful composure and energy in those central positions. Good challenge by Joshua Pereira once again. It's a drop to Hami Shaheen. Does enough there just to get the ball off the toes of Mo Chio. Had to turn on the afterburners there, Hami Shaheen. And did enough. Fandi not too happy with the challenges flying in from some of the Myanmar players. Myo Cho coming across to apologize to Hami there. So chance for Singapore to send it in from a central position here. Not the best of angles. Got to go out wide into Irfan. It's a set piece that breaks down. Myanmar not being able to capitalize, but they might now, though. Plenty of space for Son Neng to exploit. Decides to cut in field, and the move breaks down. Joshua recovers his position well in central midfield. It's swung out wide now. So Fatmi, one-on-one, up against his man. Runs into trouble here. Does well to get it into Hami Shaheen. Needs support though. Didn't have support there, Hami Shaheen. He needed help. Eventually getting crowded out by 3 Myanmar defenders. Zarfan, good starting position. Quick off his line there to help his defense out. It was POY that just made that run in behind that Singapore defense. Singapore's attacks now focused down this left-hand side. Just looking for those diagonal balls out to their wingers, either Zulfatmi or Mohaimin. On this occasion, Mohaimin tucking in there. Irfan on the ball once again, and it's been decent with it from a central defensive position, pushing up. He's had time and space to get forward and playing some clever little passes, breaking the lines of that Myanmar midfield. You can see what coaches are trying to do here with this side, varying the play a little bit. Yes, they are looking for those long diagonals, but they're also trying to play it in between Myanmar's midfield and defense into the movements of Mohaimin. Just been let down by first touch on a couple of occasions now. But the ideas are there for the Singapore side. Execution not quite at the moment. Neng Tun, good centre forward play, holds it up, gets support from POY. The space down this left hand side from Son Neng. Is forced to come back in. And Darren does well there. Had a good season with Geylang International, Darren Tay. Got the reward with the call-up to this under-23 side. Singapore perhaps just missing that quality of Iksan Fandi up front. Missing out this game with an ankle injury. He picked up in his last Singapore Premier League game. Poor pass by Son Neng there. It's a chance really for Myanmar. It was almost a 2-on-1. in that situation that they had on the counter. But they've worked this well. Fiawai plays a lovely ball in there, takes his time, and that's a beautiful finish by Win Nangtun. Myanmar punishing Singapore for a lapse of concentration. Win Nangtun showing wonderful composure there, just to cut it past the defender. Finish into the top corner.
Scoring goal number 1 for Myanmar, number 10, Win Nangtun.
Wonderful finish by Nangtun in that situation. Didn't snatch at it at all. Got his head up. Sold the dummy to the defender. Just put it well out of Zafan's reach there. No chance for the goalkeeper in that situation. Thought initially the chance had gone from Myanmar, but able to win it back in midfield, and with that Singapore defense just disorganized, they were able to find space in behind. Been very nice and neat on the ball, Myanmar here. They've got something to show for all their effort. Physically, they've looked strong as well. Very quick, pacey style of play here. Chan Aung. Oh, lovely little dummy there into Nangtun. Looks to skip past Hafiz. Forced into a sliding challenge there. Myanmar really with the tails up here. Looking for a second goal. Oh, Aung will take his time to take this corner. Just waiting for support to arrive in the box there. Interesting tactic here from Myanmar. They got a couple of players waiting on the edge of the penalty area, just trying to create space for themselves with late runs into the box. It's played into the near post. Joshua's there. Well, clearance almost fell to Win Nangtun. Chance for him to get his second goal. Amirul now for Singapore. Into Hamid Shaheen, who's dropped into a deeper position here. Momentarily swapped positions with Joshua Pereira. Irfan looking for that ball once again into Mohaimin. Done well on this occasion to hold off the challenge of Chan Aung. Just picked up a caution. That's one yellow card each for the sides of Fatmi Susliman, picking up a yellow for Singapore earlier in the game. Now we've got one for Myanmar, Nen Chan Aung. Sharul steps up to take this one. It's a shallow delivery, but it gets flicked in behind for Amirul. Eventually, Nini Ong comes out to claim it. Quality on the set pieces has been disappointing from Singapore's point of view. Had some good opportunities in decent areas. See what Chan Aung was trying to do there. That huge diagonal pass. Looking for the run of his right winger, Yint Aung. Irfan on the ball once again. Space to bring it forward. Doesn't get support in front of him. Decides to go back out to Hafiz. Into Hami. Back to Irfan now once again. So just about a minute to go here in this first half. It's Myanmar with a 1-goal lead as things stand. Wunaso. Big clearance by Hafiz there. Decent pressure by Akbar as he forces Zolin into a clearance. Just put it out for a throw into Singapore, and opportunity for them to try and exploit the throw in an advanced position here. Hopefully give these fans something to cheer about. So 1 minute of additional time at the end of the first half here. Again, there is space down that left-hand side for Singapore. Look for the big diagonal switch once again, but Chawn Aung deals with it well. Gets support from Son Neng. Mo Aung gets to it first. Into Neng Tun. Oh, loose pass from Neng Tun. It done really well just to drop off and provide support for his midfielder. Could say one of the issues for Singapore is they have gotten it in promising positions, such as earlier there with Mohaimin, to bring the ball inside, and it goes back into Amirul Adli. But Mohaimin here with space. Cutting across that ball as the referee blows for half-time here. So Myanmar with perhaps a deserved lead going into it. Some wonderful enterprising play. They've been good on the ball. Showing a bit more aggression, physicality. They've moved the ball around really well. Singapore with lots to do at half-time here. Fundy with a big team talk coming up. It's Myanmar with a 1-goal lead going into the half-time break. Stay tuned. We'll be back for the second half. Welcome back to the Bishan Stadium here for the second half of Singapore Under-23 against Myanmar Under-23. Just a couple of changes for the Singapore side at halftime. Joshua Pereira and Akbar, central midfielder and a striker, leaving the pitch there, and Elias Lee, the number 16, and Haikal Pasha, number 11, taking to the field for Singapore. Myanmar starting the second half, a goal up here. A goal scored by Win Neng Tun there. It's the match edge towards the halftime break. So a bit of a tactical switch for Singapore here as well, with Elias Lee dropping into a central defensive position beside Hafiz. And it looks like they've pushed Irfan Fandi up into a centre forward position. We're struggling in those areas in the first half. Akbar is working very hard there, but couldn't really hold on to the ball for the Singapore side. It was isolated at times. So Fandi making the switch here, looking for Irfan to use his strength and his aerial ability there to hold off the Myanmar defenders, especially the number 4, Zolin, who was very impressive in the first half for Myanmar. Comes out to Sharul here, into Amirul. Decent idea there with the reverse pass into the run of Zulfatmi. There's always an outlet for Singapore in that first half, Zulfatmi and Muhaimin. Ni Ong, Myanmar goalkeeper, largely untroubled in that first half though. Irfan, lovely control there just to take the ball down. Supported by Haikal Pasha. Wunaso. Yin Taung to play it into his captain Davis. Hafiz comes across to snuff out the danger. Myanmar recently had a friendly match against Albirex Niigata a few days ago, losing that match by 4-1. And some of the recent results coming into this as a nation. Played in a friendly competition in Thailand late last year. Lost to Vietnam by 4-0 and drew with the Uzbekistan under-23 sides 2-2. Haikal, neat bit of play between Haikal and Hami Shaheen there. A nice idea from Hami Shaheen, looking to play Irfan in. To see a bit more of that from Singapore. Good start to this first half. They had a good start to that. A good start to the second half. They had a good start to that first half as well. Before the tempo just dropped slightly. Irfan applying pressure once again. It's fallen back to Zaw Lin. Mo Aung was very impressive in the first half for Myanmar, really running the game for them in central midfield. It's dropped to Pheo Wai now. Son Neng. One gets played into the box. Cleared up easily by Hafiz. Already seeing some benefits there, Singapore, from pushing Irfan Fandi up into a centre-forward position. Winning those aerial balls that they weren't winning in the first half. Able to get them into an advanced position. But Myanmar have done really well here to get themselves out of pressure. And they've turned this into an attacking opportunity. Pheo Wai on the ball. Cuts inside onto his right foot. Gets it out to Neng Tun. It's forced wide to Yin Taung. It's a wasted opportunity there, but the flag's gone up for offside. Wonderful play by Myanmar there. Under pressure from Singapore, deep in their own half, and they were able to play out of that pressure. Hleng Win be happy with what his side has shown so far. They've been impressive. Myanmar coach Hleng Win, former Myanmar international as well, played as a forward for the senior side. In 1998 AFF Championship, back when it was called the Tiger Cup, he ended up as top scorer in the competition with 4 goals. Knows a thing or two about putting it into the back of the net. Pheo Wai now running at his defender. They're in a little bit of trouble here. Kant opens up some space for the strike. Zafran! What a save by Zafran Raizat! Well, the flag has gone up for offside, but he wouldn't have known anything about that. Spread himself really well there. Put himself into a little bit of trouble with that first initial save. Great strike by Kong Kant, Myanmar captain. From having to react to that shot, inadvertently punched it out to Yin Taung, and is able to make the save on that rebound. Myanmar fans getting in on the action here. Creating a good atmosphere here at the Bishan Stadium. Mo Aung forced to launch it into space there, just to relieve that pressure. Fandi with those tactical changes, and he's looking very frustrated with his side at the moment. Space for Sharul to whip one in. Too much on that cross. Final ball has just been lacking from the Singapore under-23 side. Initial build-up is okay to get themselves in some promising positions, but they can't fully punish Myanmar. Just lacking that little bit of quality when it comes to the delivery. Goes out to Sharul now. Launches it long into Irfan. Move breaking down there. They had tried to work it amongst themselves. 3 or 4 Singapore attackers in that situation. Muhaimin, one of those involved, along with Haikal and Zulfatmi. It's Myanmar now with a little bit of space down this left-hand side. Ilyas coming across to clear it. Ilyas, a player capable of playing in midfield as well. He's dropped into central defense in the last couple of years or so, and seems to be very comfortable in that position. He's having a good season personally for Hougang anyway, even though his club side might not be doing that well. Look at these wonderful Myanmar fans here. Really contributing to the atmosphere. They've been lively, just like their side in central midfield. Just buzzing around the pitch there. Bit of miscommunication between Amirul and Hafiz. Fortunately for them, it's gone all the way back to Zafran Rahaizat. Singapore with a chance to build once again. Hafiz on the ball. Myanmar allowing Singapore central defenders to have space on the ball, have time on the ball to bring it forward. Not interested in pressing high up the pitch. They'll invite these long diagonals. Decent take by Sharul there. He's done well to get onto the end of that diagonal, to keep it in. It didn't have support once again in the penalty area. And one of the issues for Singapore in that first half. Couldn't get bodies into the penalty area quick enough. Haikal. Back to Amirul. Looking for options ahead of him. That's well won by Muhaimin. Into Irfan. It goes out wide to Darren. Does well to get past Chan Aung there. But again, it's disappointing from Darren as the crosses come in from wide areas. They worked it really well, Singapore, and they're forced to go back now, recycle it. Hami Shaheen with space now. Looks to dink it in to Darren Tay. And eventually the danger is cleared by Myanmar. And there's space now for Pheo Wai to receive and turn. Oh, Neng Tun perhaps could have played him in there. But Myanmar still on the ball. Their captain can't. He's trying to do a bit too much with the ball there. Had options ahead of him. Perhaps a quicker pass out onto that left-hand side where Pheo Wai was in space would have been the better option. But it's Singapore now, deep in Myanmar's half. Haikal, back to Zulfatmi. Hami Shaheen was a little bit quiet in that first half. Couldn't find a way to get him involved on the ball. Here he is dropping into a little bit more of a deeper position. Trying to dictate the play for the Singaporean side. He's dropped into central midfield alongside Amirul Adli. Yin Taung now. Kong Kant. Looks to play it through to Neng Tun. Ilyas with a strong challenge there. Seem to have come off Neng Tun in that situation. Goal kick to Singapore. Darren Tay had a decent start to that first half. He was an attacking outlet for Singapore. So he gets ready to come off here. Put in a good shift.
Number 23, Darren Tay. Replaced by number 4, Zulkarnain Suzliman.
Darren Tay replaced by the number 4, Zulkarnain Suzliman. So you've got the brothers on the pitch now, Zulkarnain Suzliman and Zulfatmi Suzliman. Zulkarnain slotting into a right back position. Sharul. So Fatmi couldn't get himself back into an onside position quickly enough. So fresh legs down that right-hand side with Zulkarnain. Hopefully when he gets forward, Fandi will be hoping that he provides a little bit better quality on his crosses. Hami on the ball now. Simple, straightforward pass for Zolin to defend. That's good play by Singapore there, showing good composure under pressure. Zulfatmi. Sharul. It's come back out to Zulfatmi, but there was a foul there from Irfan. It's a little bit late in his challenge. Myocho feeling the effects of that. He had to go for it, Irfan. Some encouraging signs for Singapore, though. They've upped the tempo here. Fatmi is getting a little bit more space down this left-hand side to drive at that Myanmar defense. He's getting good support from Sharul as well. So overlapping down that left-hand side. But once again, just getting let down by that final ball. Diagonal from Amirul makes its way onto Zulfatmi. Back to Hami. Hyman's got the overlapping run from Zulkarnain, but you can't find him. Forced to go back all the way to Ilyas. Back with Amirul now. Oh, he's misjudged that when I saw Sharul with space to deliver a ball into the box. Can't find a red shirt though. Singapore get ready to make another substitution. Shamir Azik waiting on the sideline to come on. Haikal now. Myanmar on the break. Yin Tong out into Neng Tun. Done well to win it back, Neng Tun. He's got help down the left-hand side, but perhaps just putting a bit too much on it. No, he's able to keep it in play! And it's goal number 2 for Myanmar. Yin Tong with the finish at the back post. A lightning break from Myanmar. Wonderful play by Win Neng Tun once again. Thought initially the move had broken down there. He's played a sloppy pass. It was cut out by Amirul. Ning Tun persevered, won it back. I thought he had put too much on it. He passed it out to the left-hand side for Son Neng. And the number 9, Son Neng, did incredibly well there in that situation to dink it back towards the far post. And Yin Taong was waiting to pounce. It's 2-0 to Myanmar here at the Bishan Stadium. And Singapore make another change. Muhaimin coming off. Shamir Azik, the number 2, comes on. Shamir Azik, another one who has played for Tampines this season in the Singapore Premier League. 9 appearances for them, 1 goal and 3 assists. He's had to sometimes play as a wing-back for Tampines, but he'll play more as an orthodox winger here for the under-23 side. So again, as these under-23 players go out into the Singapore Premier League clubs, playing under different systems, under different coaches, working with some of the older players, more experienced players. Someone like Shamir Azik has spoken about getting lots of help from the likes of Dan Bennett and Mustafik, getting advice from Fazrul Nawaz and Khairul Amri as well to help develop his game. One in the air by Irfan, comes out to Zulfatmi. Back to Hami. Poor ball just getting played in there. Easily dealt with by Nini Ong and that Myanmar defense. Taken down well by Zulkarnain. They try to get Hami on the ball a lot more and dropping him into a deeper position. They've done that, but hasn't been able to really pull the strings for the Singapore side. Gets on the ball once again, Hami Shaheen. Plays a delightful ball over the top with his left foot this time. Out to Zulkarnain, looking for Haikal. Fiowai. Amirul Adli comes across once again. He's done his job well in defensive midfield. Protected the defense. He's covered his spaces for his fullbacks when they get forward. Elias now. Looking for that long diagonal once again. It can get a little bit one-dimensional at times. Those long raking diagonal balls. Got to get the technique on those passes right as well. Need to drive through the ball rather than getting under it. So a couple of changes coming up here for Singapore. We've got number 12. Got Hami Shaheen coming out for Singapore, and number 22, Amirul Emran, comes in.
Number 22, Amirul Emran.
And for Myanmar, number 9, Son Neng coming off. Number 6, Nantik Zor coming in. So a chance for Myanmar just to try out a new player here, give Son Neng a bit of a rest. He's done well, got his assist in this game for that second goal. So good pace down that left-hand side, Son Neng. And a willingness to really run at his defender. Just having a look at the player that just come on there, Amirul Emran. To be sitting in central midfield alongside Amirul Adli. Just being that replacement for Hami Shaheen. Influence on the game started to wane. A smart change from Fandi perhaps. Just sensing that his intensity had dropped. Appeared to be Yin Tong in acres of space there, but getting caught well offside. Singapore make another change here. Amirul Adli hasn't quite spotted his number coming up yet. Comes off. He's done a decent job, Amirul Adli, in the centre of the park. Provided his defence with some decent cover there. He's been neat and tidy on the ball. And in his place comes in Faisal Roslan, who has been one of the standout players for Home United this season, the Singapore Premier League and in the AFC Cup as well. Getting continental experience, Faisal Roslan this season. He's someone who can play in central defence and has featured in defensive midfield on occasion. Sharul picks up the ball. Played a pass in behind for Zulfatmi. It's well defended once again, this time from Mo Chio. Aidil Sharan speaking very highly of Faisal Roslan. Likens him to Safwan Baharuddin and says he has the potential to replace him one day. The ball gets swung in, headed at the near post by Ilyas Lee there. Let's see how Faisal deals with this. He's done well to force Myanmar back, and that's well defended on the counter-attack. So Faisal Roslan just dropping into central defence alongside Hafiz. Ilyas Lee being pushed up into central midfield. Amirul steps up to take this free kick. Delivers better quality this time into Irfan. It's dropped to Ilyas. He just couldn't get his first touch out from under his feet there. Just got stuck a little bit too close to him. Much better delivery from the set piece on this occasion. This time from Amirul. Irfan with an intelligent header. Back to the penalty area there. Ilyas just couldn't shift his feet quickly enough to get a shot. Clear shot at goal. As Irfan just goes down with a little bit of cramp. Very deep delivery here into the back post towards Faisal. Ball adjudged to have gone out of play before coming back in. Header well won there by Hafiz. Strong in the air. Sharul cuts it out. It's found its way to Zulfatmi here. Chased down his own pass. But Mo Aung just stepping across to win it. Eventually it comes back out to Sharul. And Yin Taong takes it away from Shahrul and earns his side a free kick. Singapore just getting ready to perhaps make another substitution here. It's looking like Naufal Azman will be coming in. Launch forward, comfortable clearance there from Hafiz, but Myanmar almost pouncing on that second ball. It's well defended once again, this time by Wunaso. Chanao looking for the ball into his captain, Kong Kant. Comes back out to Mo Aung. Zulfatmi now, he's got space to run into. Looks for the ball in behind. It's a clever run by Haikal here. Good goalkeeping by Nini Ong there. Again, good early starting position. Yes, the flag had gone up for offside as Singapore make a substitution here. Zulfatmi has put in a good shift. He comes off and he's been replaced by Naufal Azman. "19-year-old Naufal Azman, 2 goals for Young Lions this season from 10 appearances. Myanmar fans can really feel proud of their team. They've put in a wonderful performance here. The support in the stands has been great as well. Another change coming up for Singapore here. Irfan Fandi finally comes off, can't shake off that cramp. Coach Fandi deciding not to risk it. Number 13, Amiruddin comes on. So Myanmar take the quick corner there. So looking like Amiruddin will come in and take up Irfan's position. That's the lone frontman. Supported by Naufal Azman. He's not had too much game time, Amiruddin Ashraf, this season with Home United. Perhaps a bit of rustiness in his game at the moment. Not enough of that match exposure, match fitness. He certainly is a very talented player. Again, another one who's very highly rated by the coaching staff. Amirul delivers decent quality, and once again it drops to Hafiz, but a high foot there by Shamir Aziz. He's getting a talking to here from the referee for perhaps mouthing off. Don't think he can have too many complaints with that challenge. Singapore getting ready to make another change. Zafan Rohaizat will be coming off to be replaced by Hairul. Both goalkeepers here having to share their match time for the Young Lions. Zafan Rahaiza with 8 appearances for the Young Lions this season. Conceded 12 goals. He kept 2 clean sheets in the league. And his replacement, Hairul Shehan, has made 4 appearances for the Young Lions. Always good to get some game time here. Some of that exposure under your belt. Amiruddin dropping deep to pick up. Ball looks for that switch down that right-hand side. Amirul now. Sharul with the throw-in. Gets it back. Has worked very hard, Sharul, down that left-hand side. He's provided Singapore with an attacking option. Not afraid to get forward and support the attack. He's been very positive with some of his runs from left fullback. Here he is with the throw-in once again. Singapore earning themselves a corner here. We get good delivery from Haikal. The set pieces haven't been up to mark in this game from Singapore. Got now foul waiting in the box. But it's Ilyas with a free header. Should do better in that situation. Good run towards the near post there, and he knows it. Just getting underneath the ball. Watching it go sailing over the bar. It was a good delivery this time. Just whipped in with pace towards that near post. Mo Aung. Zulkarnain. Good driving run forward from right back. Moves infield. Attack breaks down. It looked like a late challenge there, but the referee was in a good position. Judged it to be a clean challenge from Hafiz. The side may have conceded 2 goals, but Hafiz has been pretty impressive in central defense, I think. Solid in the air, has been very strong. Have had some difficulty, Singapore, defensively dealing with the movement of Win Neng Tun. And the mobility of that Myanmar forward line. He's timed this run. Just missed timing his run there. Number 19, now foul. It's a nice idea. I'm running out of space on my notes here. Singapore look to make a couple more changes. We're seeing Adam Hakim come in. Sharul Sazali leaving the pitch. And we've also got number 6, Hafiz Sulaiman, leaving with Norakit getting an opportunity to impress here, the Balestier youngster. Pacey player. Let's hope Mo Aung isn't too seriously injured here. He's being stretchered off the pitch.
Substitution for Myanmar.
Change for Myanmar. Looks like it's going to be a double change. Win Ning Tun leaves the pitch. He's replaced by number 20, Hwan Mo U. Ning Tun put in a fine performance for Myanmar up front. Yadanabon striker caused lots of problems with his mobility, dropping off Singapore central defenders to link up with his midfield and his fellow attackers. Scored a very good goal in that first half to put Myanmar goal up. Showing nice composure. Zulkarnain. Cross just evading Amiruddin. As Yin Tong does well to keep it in. Bonaso. Back to TK Jo. Kant now. Fiowai.
Substitution for Myanmar. Number 7, Louis Mo Aung.
So change for Myanmar here with Mo Aung leaving the pitch through injury. He's been replaced by 9 Koko. As the ball gets swung in by Nora Kid. Amirul on the ball now. Sides, it's too congested down that right-hand side. Looks for the switch in play, but it's a terrible pass. And Myanmar with a 3-on-2 situation here. Gets played out wide to Kant, the captain. Just wanted too long on the ball, perhaps. Singapore struggling to get the ball clear after they done well initially. Amirul to win the ball back. Just fell over it, and there's a little bit of a miscommunication between him and Ilyas, and it results in a free kick for Myanmar in a dangerous position. Right down the middle here. Could be a test for Hyrule in goal. Kant steps up to take the free kick. It's a huge deflection off the wall there, and corner for Myanmar. Chance for Myanmar here in the 86th minute. Fiowai looks to play a short corner. Ilyas is alert to that, cuts it out. Saikal wins his side, a throw in there. So he eases that pressure slightly. Saikal Pasha, who's just recently returned to the Young Lions side. He's been away for national service. He's finally gotten clearance to go back to football. Here he is on the ball once again. He gives it back to Amiruddin. Fiowai wins it back for Myanmar. Kong Kant. Oh, there's space down this left-hand side here. Yin Aung hasn't got the legs to get past Zulkarnain. It was a sloppy clearance from Zulkarnain there, and he's put his teammate in trouble. Nora Kid, who couldn't really do too much with that. Actually, ball getting deflected off his arm, and it's a free kick for Myanmar now. As they themselves look to make another change. Number 5, Hin Thet Ong, getting ready to come on. Decent delivery into the box there by Thike, just didn't have a runner going to attack the ball. Norakid takes it down well. Now foul now. It's getting crowded out by a couple of Myanmar defenders there. Work rate from Myanmar has been impressive, getting themselves back into position. They've been very disciplined tactically here. There's that change. Yint Aung coming off. It's the number 5, Thet Aung, that replaces him. Just about a couple of minutes of normal time to go here. Singapore at least pull one back to keep things interesting towards the end of the game, going into added time. Yellow card here for Neng Koko, just hacking out at Shamir Azik. Who did really well there to shield the ball, protect it. Got a free kick in a good position. Once again, Singapore. They've pushed bodies forward. 5 players in the penalty area, 2 on the edge of the box. Looking for a good delivery from Haikal. They get a decent delivery here, but once again, Ni Ong. It's been so impressive in goal for Myanmar. Comes out, collects the free kick, eases the pressure on his defense and snuffs out the danger. Adam Hakim with a strong header away. Tikezo, Fiowai. Cut out by Faisal. Some ball here. He's looking for that run from Naufal. It was a nice idea. Just overhit the pass. Except that Myanmar have looked quite comfortable in the second half. Very good in the on the ball in the first, moving it through midfield. Quick 1 and 2 touch play. They were nice and composed in central midfield, especially the number 7 Mo Aung. And here Phil Y in the second half has been absolutely outstanding for them. This is pace and his willingness to run at that Singapore defense, full of energy. Myanmar in the second half just changing tactics a little bit, dropping off a little bit deeper, sitting back, waiting for opportunities to hit on the counter-attack. They've allowed Singapore and central defenders to have possession of the ball. Then when it comes into their half, crosses the halfway line, they go and close down spaces. It's a good attempt at goal from Naufal there. Goalkeeper Ni Ong had that one covered. Fourth official has indicated 4 minutes of time to be added on. So 4 minutes here for Singapore to perhaps get a consolation. Strong challenge from Adam Hakim there. It was quite a big fall. Landed heavily on his lower back. There's more. Ooh, just backed into that challenge. Fandi asking for the free kick. Nothing doing here. Really developed their game, Myanmar have, over the last few years or so. They've really stepped it up on a national level, improved their infrastructure. They've always had that talent, the real passion for the game. It's just about developing their players the right way. Money has been put into the game over there, and better nutrition, better training facilities, a professional league as well for players to apply their trade in, and the talent is just coming through. Playing Win has also spoken about players in this side being that next generation of talent to step up into the senior setup here. And I have to say, based on the evidence of this performance, they look in good shape, Myanmar. Kongkant with the corner here. That's not something you see too often, getting flagged for offside. Irol taking liberties with the placement of that free kick, though. Just can't get it past the halfway mark, though. Game just fizzling out from Singapore's point of view. Myanmar will be delighted with this. Chanaung at left back now. Looks for the diagonal into Kant. It's fallen to Amirul Imran. Just played it into space there, and the Myanmar defender has picked it up. It's a lovely run down this left-hand side from Tet Aung. Amiruldin wanting to get things moving here for Singapore. Haikal now doubled up on him once again. Put 3 players in front of him, and he's forced to go infield. Amiruldin has done well there to earn his side a free kick. Samalakasha shows a yellow card to Mo Chio. Those two in central defense, Zor Lin, number 4, and Mo Chio, number 3. Been very difficult to get past. Physically very strong, aggressive in the challenges. Haikal lays it off to Ilyas. Weak punch there by Nini Aung. As Amalakasha, the referee, blows for full time here. A disappointing result for Singapore as they go down by 2-0 against Myanmar, who were very impressive in that first half on the ball. Second half, a change of styles for them, set back a little bit more, but were still very much in control of this game. On the plus side, on the positives for the Singapore team, players getting a chance on the international stage, getting some match time together, but ultimately a disappointing result to go back with. So that's the end of the 90 minutes. Join us for reactions from the coaches. We'll be back with that in just a few moments' time. Welcome back to the Bishan Stadium here at the end of a ultimately disappointing loss for Singapore by 2-0 against Myanmar. Let's hear from the Myanmar head coach, Myo Hleng Win.
Yeah, good game, man, because the Singapore team is a very strong team. Good performance, good discipline, so we can try more. So we are respect for the Singapore team, very good team. Yeah. So today our player, they're playing for the all out, and then inside the discipline, very well. So this is goal, yeah.
What's next for your team after this game now?
So next we are going back, and then we are 1 week or 10 days. We are going to the Indonesia game. So we prepare for the 1 week. Yeah.
Thank you so much, and congratulations once again for the win. Thank you.
So Myo Hleng Win there, very proud of his boys, and very good in victory as well. Congratulating the Singaporean side and putting up a good performance. Let's hear from Singapore's head coach now, Fandi Ahmad.
Yeah. I'm just happy the boys get a chance to play international game today. At least we give everyone a chance. I know, of course, the result a bit disappointing. We started very well, but we have to chase the game. We got to push Irfan up, and very importantly, this is I think second time we play as a team, and we didn't have much preparation. You can see the difference, a team of with good preparation and without. But this is a beginning. Hopefully we can arrange more matches for the under-23 or under-22. We want to make sure that they get more opportunities to play international matches, because this is our future. So I'm just happy that they give their best today.
What were some of the highlights that you thought the boys played that did well today?
I think there's still a lot of fire. They show character, in the first half. But second half, I thought they stretched us, because this is the first time we're playing together as a team. It's not easy to assemble a team a day before. So, but give it to the boys. I hope that we can learn more. We're planning to play another friendly match in about 27 July or so against Macau, as well as the triangular against Phoenix, Wellington Phoenix, and as well as Perth Glory in August. I think August the 4th. So we're trying to give more matches for them. So hopefully they can improve, because most of our players before doesn't play in the S League or SPL, but half of the squad have been a bit more experienced. Hopefully we learn from this today.
Thank you so much, and hard luck for the boys, and congratulations once again.
So a very honest appraisal from Singapore under-23 head coach there, Fandi Ahmad, calling for more matches. Felt the side had a good start to that game, but faded as it went on. Looking at the bigger picture here, Singapore coaching staff, but look at Myanmar, deserved winners tonight by 2-0. Neng Tun with their first goal in the first half, and Yint Ong completing the scoring with the goal in the second. So ultimately, disappointing result for the Singaporean side. But on the bright side, bigger picture-wise, good exposure for some of these players and a good little experience. That's all for tonight from the Bishan Stadium. Rish Roshan Rai here. Thank you for tuning in.